the sparkling brand new Lightning Strikes Bowling Center near Birmingham, Alabama. ESPN brings you live coverage of the PBA Tour. It's the PBA Birmingham Open. With our entire crew, it's Dave Ryan, Randy Peterson. We have 4 finalists, and they're all ready to roll.
This guy is on a roll. He won his 3rd PBA title last week in Dallas and looks for elusive back-to-back wins today. From Tarrytown, New York, Patrick Allen.
PA's worst finish the last 5 weeks is 10th. Forget about the debate over who's the best lefty on tour. How about who's the best player on tour? Baby, yes!
The 2000 World Amateur Bowler of the Year. He has won tournaments in 12 countries, but makes his first PBA TV Finals appearance today. From Vannesberg, Sweden, via Norway, Torgersen.
He learned the game on the pockmarked lanes of Europe. The Scandinavian superstar now looks to add a PBA title to his worldwide resume.
From Escondido, California, his last appearance on the show was in January of 2003, but he made the most out of it, winning his only PBA title, Mike DeVaney.
This powerful righty thrives on competition. Today he looks to shake off the TV rust and win his 2nd PBA tournament.
The Collegiate Bowler of the Year in 1992, the 1998 PBA Rookie of the Year, 5 career titles, almost $1 million in career earnings from Flower Mound, Texas, Chris Barnes.
One of the best physical and mental games the tour has ever seen. Physically, he overpowers lane conditions. Mentally, he must devise a plan to win title number 6 today.
These are your finalists for the PBA Birmingham Open.
We are coming to you from Alabama's largest city, Birmingham. Nearly 1 million residents. This is the 5th all-time appearance for the PBA Tour here in central Alabama. Randy, how about the matchups?
Semifinal number 1 pits Patrick Allen, who looks to become the tour's first back-to-back winner since Walter Ray in 2000, and Torgersen, who said he felt harmonic during his round of 8 sweep of Danny Wiseman. And semi number 2, Mike DeVaney, making his first TV appearance in over 2 years, takes on Chris Barnes, who is quite experienced under the TV lights. Today, he competes in his 39th career TV Finals.
Well, Randy, speaking of TV experience, Torgersen has plenty of that internationally. But, Tori, this is your first appearance on U.S. soil, PBA Tour on television. Does your prior experience in Europe help you today?
Hopefully. I feel kind of calm already, so I mean, but still it's kind of exciting to be the first time on TV here, so it's different.
Good luck going for that first title.
Thank you very much.
Patrick Allen, scorching hot the last few weeks. How do you respond when someone calls you the hottest bowler on tour?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm just trying to take it week to week, you know. I'm on a run here. You got to get breaks in this format, and I'm just trying to cash them in.
Randy's humble, but you know he's hot. No question about it. We're ready for our first match.
En fuego, that Patrick Allen guy. Almost $250,000 total prize fund, $40,000 to the winner. That all-important exemption for 2005, 2006, $20,000 to the runner-up. And you can make no worse than $10,000 for appearing today.
For the first TV shot on the PBA Tour for Torgersen's career, and 3 stand for him. You know the nerves are there despite 50-some-odd appearances internationally. All over the world, this guy's been on TV, but never on the PBA Tour until today.
Yeah, I don't care what he says, Dave. He's nervous. You know, Walter Ray Williams Jr. still gets nervous. He's been on television 130-some-odd times.
ever frame on TV for Torgersen. He now lives in Sweden, but was born in Norway. From Tarrytown, New York. Not far from New York City, just north is PA Patrick Allen. Back-to-back shows for Patrick. And again, the only lefty on our show. Second straight week, didn't like that. See the stumble, but boy, did he ever get a break. Kind of staggered to the foul line.
Stumble, he almost fell down. A Baby Ruth Real Deal matchup. You can see Torgersen has an edge in average. PA with the spurt conversion percentage. But the one big thing that's not on this list is confidence. And that goes to the Patrick Allen camp. He's advanced to the title match in 6 of 9 TV Finals events. PA, the hottest player on the PBA Tour.
No doubt about it. He's taken over the points rank, number 1 in the world. With points like that, late triple 10-pin, that is why.
First frame, the start of the match, watch him stick right here. Whoa, hang on. He gets the nice break of tripping the 3-10 out. And watch this. He doesn't stick. All he does is stick the head pin right into the face of the 7 and the 10. And watch this reaction. Yeah, baby.
What did Patrick say to us last night? Got to catch some breaks. About timing was back to Torgersen. And a 10-pin for him back home in Norway. His mother and father are closely paying attention on PBA.com. Live internet feed of what's going on today.
6 goes around the 10 instead of going to the sidewall and taking the 10 out. A lot better than the first shot he made when he left the 3-6-10 game.
Lives in Vänersborg, Sweden, but was born in Stavanger, Norway. There's a 10-pin for Torgersen. He moved to Sweden in '93 and tells us the language is very similar, actually, so not a lot of adjusting to do there. Numbers for Torre, 238 average in his match play matches, and came back down 0-3 to Tom Baker. How about consistency against Danny Wiseman in that round of 8 match?
248, 248, 248, 249 against Wiseman in the round of 8.
Amazing. Time Baker match. 7 bagger for him. Getting where he wanted to be. And again high as we saw in his first ball. And look at that unbelievable stretch of games. Ever done that before, partner?
Oh, Dave, it was so long ago, I can't even remember.
Slow at the bottom.
Speaking in English. He speaks Norwegian, Swedish, which, as we mentioned, are similar languages. Also some French and German. Nice cover again, same that we saw in the first frame for Torgersen. He has been on just about every international stage possible. Asia, Europe, the Middle East. He has performed in front of sheiks and princes and generals of armies in Egypt, but never until today on the PBA Tour center stage. Interesting to see how he'll respond. What a start for PA Patrick Allen. 14-pin lead already. Looks for the turkey ball to start off his day.
Don't want to pick up. Don't want to pick up, bro. Don't want to pick up.
All week long, you see the rangefinders down the lane, this little area right there. If you get it wide of that, on either side of the lane, the ball has a tendency to wiggle or hang and then come in light. And that's what happened right there. PA says the ball just won't grab and make it back up to the pocket. Now, he's saying tape because you're only allowed 25 seconds from the time your ball comes back out of the ball return to throw your next shot, unless you ask for a re-rack or you need to adjust tape in the bowling ball.
Along with Parker Bone III, who won the Ricks back in El Paso. The 2 lefties on tour this year have been in back-to-back shows. 7 in all. Have made back-to-back shows this year. And that's the Hughes, a nice cover for Patrick Allen, who has a 233.19 average to go along with a 12-5 match play record against Robert Smith. Came down to the last shot in the round of 16, won that game 240 to 239. He said, hey, had to step up and be a man, have a big shot at the right time. He did that, and he beat last year's Rookie of the Year, Chris Johnson, in the round of 8.
And he beat Jeff Lizzie, and Jeff Lizzie led the qualifier on Wednesday.
Chris Johnson, a 7-10 split. 10th frame of game 6. That's one reason Patrick Allen got by him. Again. When you're red hot, you get those kind of wickets. And that was Patrick's key emphasis to us in our meeting with him last night.
This shot's not that bad. I mean, he gets it into the swish zone. 5-pin looks like it's going to stand there for a minute. Of course, he gets that good pin action. A little paralyzer 5.
Paralyzer. Back to Torgersen. Crossing over with a Brooklyn strike for Torrey. He'll take it. Some players are struggling in their first TV show the way he is today on TV. Road to the PBA Denny's World Championship, the official family restaurant of the PBA Tour. Patrick Allen taking over the points list, first time all year from Danny Wiseman, who won the ABC Masters. Allen was second, and as PA told us last night in that. Did so well, is able to accumulate points. That's why he's so high. Chris Barnes, we saw, very high ranked as well. Third on tour in points, takes on Mike DeVaney next. Speaking of good pin action, Torgersen keeps things interesting. One pin lead for Patrick Allen.
This is his first shot on the right lane. He doesn't like it. He immediately goes Brooklyn and trips a 6-10 out. He says, well, I better follow that up. That could break up with a better shot. He throws a better shot. He catches a double.
Down the pit as Patrick Allen was around.
Movers and shakers. Robert Smith, the first half of the season, well, he was at 38th and in trouble. So what does he do? He comes out and he wins the tournament and makes back-to-back shows. Mika Koivuniemi wins the tournament. Parker Bone third, comes out and makes a couple shows, finishes second, and then wins the tournament in El Paso. But going the other way, Peter Hernandez, you can see he's backed up 12 spots. Rick Steelsmith and Shannon Buchanan. But good news is plenty of tournaments left and 2 majors that are worth lots of points.
And lots of money and years of exempt status. Patrick Allen second on the money list behind Danny Wiseman. First in top 10 finishes with 8. Just Patrick Allen because his shots are high. Trying to stay high. That's right, 1-pin lead over Torgersen in our first semifinal. We come back and talk about the red-hot Patrick Allen and the Player of the Year race. Also break down the sharp pattern. Crocodile Randy has that and much more. It's coming up from Alabama. The PBA on ESPN is brought to you by Odor Eaters with unique Zorbatex technology. Destroys foot odor and absorbs sweat on contact. By Miller High Life, to live simply, proudly, boldly, manly. This is the High Life. And by Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world. What's your size? Welcome back to the Magic City, so named for its quick transformation late 19th century from seemingly rural to industrial giants almost overnight. Speaking of nearly an overnight miraculous bid for Player of the Year, that is the case of Patrick Allen. What a story he's becoming, folks. Here in Birmingham, Alabama, the only player in the first 4 stops, Randy, second half of our tour season, to be a top 10 finisher. He won last week, goes for back-to-back titles now, and squarely right in the midst of that Player of the Year race.
Yeah, he's your guy. If we were to vote today, he would be the one. And with a win today, I mean, surely he would have a stranglehold on Player of the Year race. But some other notables to watch for: Tommy Jones, the only player with 2 wins this season. Danny Wiseman, he won the major. PA's the guy there. Brian Voss, Walter Ray, kind of a what have you done for me lately, but one other guy that's not on that list with a win today, he can add his name to that list. That's Chris Barnes.
He's had a great year as well, no question. So, shark pattern, Crocodile Randy, 43 feet, our longest pattern on tour.
Shaq Cannon. 43 feet of the slick stuff. And what happens on this pattern is you normally always have to play inside. The outside part of the lane gets really, really slick. And so what happens is when the lanes start to break down, the players just migrate in. One of the interesting things that we're going to see this week, or that we saw this week, is kind of an all or nothing highs and lows, if you will. You see Patrick Allen with 100 pins difference between his high and low game.
Big disparity there, no question about it. So it's unpredictable. Turkey ball here for Torgersen, originally from Norway, now lives in Sweden. And he'll be down 11 pins. TV debut. 10 pin for him.
Yeah, that ball was kind of DOA'd once it got to the pins. You can see it. It almost looked like it ran out of energy. And that's what happens when you leave a week 10 or week 7. You see the 6 pin just kind of goes to the sidewall and lays in the gutter. He knew that was real important because that would have kept him within 1 pin. Excuse me, 11 pins of Patrick Allen.
Picks up another. Second straight international goal to compete on our PBA tour. Last week, Patrick arrived from Quebec, Canada. Made his TV debut as well. Mika Koivuniemen of Finland won earlier in this second half to begin our second swing. Mesa, Arizona. 3 straight strikes for PA. Has a 22-pin lead.
I think a real interesting note on Torrey. He's bowled perfect 300 games in 8 different countries.
Great shots like that, no question. It can be done by Torgersen. Last week, their career title. Those top 10 finishes we mentioned. Second half of our tour season. Is it, Randy, just a coincidence? That's when we have the brand new format of the 2 7-game blocks in the round of 64 that PA has done so well.
No, I don't think it's coincidence. I think he's that good.
Good shot.
First time in Patrick's career, back-to-back shows. If he would win today, first time since '97, Parker Bowman is a lefty. Won back-to-back shows. He could have southpaw do it again. It's been a while.
Take a look at Patrick Allen's laydown right here about the 20th board or so on the inside part of the lane. Watch Torrey Torgersen's laydown. Same spot. What does that spell for Patrick Allen? Well, it means that as deep as the right-handers are playing, he could run into an issue that he didn't have last week, and that's early hook in the front part of the lane.
Major concern with Patrick. Way off.
Keep moving. Jesus.
Light shot. He's very worried about the laydown area.
Yeah, he's saying keep moving because somebody down lane, some of the fans are moving and evidently catching his eye instead of him being solely concentrated on that target. He's starting to see some movement out of the corner of his eyes.
Back to the laydown area. Patrick seemed a little concerned when I talked to him just briefly prior to the show today about his ball range. This TV pair compared to last week, not as confident as he was last week. The last players up nicely. It's a different approach to PA, and this is where the versatility of a great bowler, if he wants to be bowler of the year, comes into play. Right? He's got to be able to adjust to the conditions that are at hand.
Yeah, I agree. I saw you. You're down on the floor talking with him, and he didn't look like he was real confident in his reaction. However, the way he started it didn't look that bad. Situation simple right now, Dave Ryan. Torgersen can strike out and shoot 245. The best Patrick Allen can shoot 243.
Unbelievable.
Dead flush perfect. The ball goes right by the 9. Watch this. He knows it's good.
Started bowling at a young age. Back home in Norway, his mom Nina won a Norwegian bowling championship herself. Was an excellent player in her own right. Next week, picked up the game. Next week, the PBA Top Bowlers back on ESPN Special Time. Be sure to note it, folks, for your TiVos, for your VCRs. 2 o'clock Eastern Time, 11 on the West Coast. More, log on to ESPN.com. PBA Atlanta Classic from suburban Hotlanta. That's where we're headed next week. Hopefully the ice is gone from Hartsfield International Airport. Everyone can get in smoothly. 9th frame. Max numbers. Torrey needs some help. That shot was way light.
Ja, det är väl
2-3-10.
I don't speak Swedish, but I can tell you that he just said that was a bad shot. He got it right on the spot down line. You see the dark 4 down there. The ball's not going to get back from that spot down the lane. And the situation at the time was if Torrey would have struck out, he could have shot 225. PA would have needed a double to beat him.
2-4-10, make that, not 2-3-10, on a pick. And an open frame for Torrey. Disaster laid him out. 33 pin lead. Looking good for the hottest bowler on tour right now. So we're now back in full swing. PBA.com remains your best source to purchase tickets for all PBA events. And beginning Tuesday, tickets for one of the tour's most prestigious events, PBA Denny's World Championship, will go on sale. PBA.com, also at the Eastern Michigan University box office in Ypsilanti. So remember, all the latest PBA Tour info just a mouse click away. PBA.com. Not happy with himself at all right now, despite the fact he's got a huge lead. He's already thinking about the next match for starters. Staying focused here.
Now he needs to pick this up, and he's going to be bowling the title match again.
Find a way, Hoss. Find a way.
Battle your way through it. He needs 5 pins to win, Dave. He's going to be bowling for his 2nd consecutive title. The first time since 2000 when Walter Ray did it. The first left-hander since
97, as we talked about with Parker Bowen III. It's been a long time. 5 years on tour since someone has won back-to-back tour titles. Patrick on the verge of having that opportunity. Needs 5 here for the win. He'll get out 10 and clinch the semifinal victory in Torrey Torgersen's TV debut. Fast track to the end. Torrey has won in Netherlands, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Ireland, Switzerland, United Arab Emirates, United States, Norway, and Israel. That's 10 of his 12 countries where Torrey has won an event, but never a PBA show. So that will have to wait at least 1 more week.
Torrey's a great player too. This won't be the last time you'll see Torrey Torgersen, and one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Looking to become just the 4th PBA bowler in tour history from Europe, foreign-born to win. And Gianluca Corvinelli and Leonardo Chile from Venezuela, and Max Carlson from Sweden. But that will not happen.
First left-hander seeking back-to-back titles since Parker Bowen III did it in 1997.
more, CJ. One more, CJ.
Will not have to deal with a split in the finals. Barnes or DeVaney. The winner of that match will take on Patrick Allen. Looking for the skills as well. The Miller High Life PBA Skills Challenge has been filled with great shots. See if Jason Couch can survive this win when we come back. Patrick Allen defeating Torgersen in the semis. We'll take on the winner of Mike DeVaney, Chris Barnes. That's coming up next here from Birmingham. A round of 8 of the Miller High Life PBA Skills Challenge has begun. Last week, Chris Barnes staked his spot in the semifinals with a win over Tony Reyes. Jason Couch takes on Brian Kretzer in today's elimination match.
From Dayton, Ohio, Brian Kretzer. From Claremont, Florida, Jason Couch.
Former amateur champions going down.
Okay. Remember, you got to curve them to be good in this game.
Walter Ray, I can curve.
Yeah, we'll see.
Brian, convert the 137.
Didn't know I had that one on there. Well, we're going to be attempting, obviously, to hook this ball and touch the head pin on the left, and the ball will go into the 7, obviously, hopefully knocking the 3-pin over with the head pin. And then when I convert it, hopefully Couch does not. Here we go.
All right, Brian, we'll see. 1-3-7. First shot of our competition. Nicely done by Brian Kretzer. And now Jason Couch, the left-hander, will have to convert the 1-2-10 to keep this match scoreless. First person at 3 strikes wins the competition.
And the theme today is going to be the big hook for both players.
Jason Couch comes through. Converts on the 1-2-10.
The 1-7-10.
Our next shot, the 1-7-10. It's a 7-0 Randy rating.
I'll just go out on a limb and say you're going to curve it.
Yeah, I'm going to curve this one. I was going to throw it straight for the crowd, but I'm going to go ahead and curve it for me.
How much curve will we see from Kretzer? Plenty. And nicely done.
Gotta go big curves.
Couch must bring his big hook to the party to convert the 1-7-10. Nails it. We're still scoreless. Now the difficult 1-2-3-7-10.
You've got a chop in there somewhere.
That's only in competition.
So Jason Couch hoping to predict the Kretzer chop here, leaving a pin up. Will not happen.
Good shot.
Kretzer covers all the pins beautifully. How about Jason Couch? Leaves the 7.
Good count, though.
I don't want to start too early.
Another crazy split, the 5-7-8, not the kind of lead you normally see from a PBA pro. That's what makes picking it up so hard. Lack of practice with it.
Yes!
Kretzer has the answer one more time. Beautifully done. Now it's up to Jason Couch. Can he convert? No, sir. Number 10 stands for Couch, and Kretzer trying to get to 3 strikes to win this skills challenge competition is up 2-0. A commanding lead. The most pins using the opposite hand. What does Couch have?
Yo, brother. That's plenty. That's plenty.
So if I get 8, I win? The whole thing?
Show us that form you used in the practice lanes.
I'm not sure I've ever been this nervous before. Pausing up the wrong hand. Oh, goodness. Don't die. Don't die. Just don't fall over.
Hook.
Yeah! Yeah!
Brian Kretzer.
All right, yeah.
So Brian Kretzer advances. Coming up, our next Miller High Life Skills Challenge. Last year's points champion Brad Angelo against Brian Voss. That'll be fun to watch. Kretzer Barnes are through. 4 more in the bottom bracket as well. Chris Barnes with 3 others, tied for first in the PBA Tour with 3 TV appearances. He's got to try to crank it up on TV next. Now looking for back-to-back titles, takes on either Mike DeVaney or Chris Barnes in the final today. These 2 gentlemen, before their semi, joined now by Randy Peterson.
Thanks, Dave. Mike DeVaney, it's been a couple of years since we've seen you last. And how does it feel to be back underneath the bright lights today?
It was pretty hot earlier, but now it's a little cooler. Not that nervous. I got a bowl against, you know, probably top 2 or 3 best bowlers in the world. So take it to them. We'll have a good time. A little yelling, a little screaming. You know, good time.
Thanks, Mike. Good luck. Chris Barnes, you made the show the last 3 out of 5 weeks. However, you've lost your last 7 matches on television. How do you right the ship today?
Well, there's still no better place to be than right here. And we're going to have a lot of fun today. And hopefully we'll throw some strikes, and we'll see how it turns out.
Thanks, Chris. Good luck. Dave?
Randy, Chris Barnes, Brad Angelo, Brian Voss, Patrick Allen, all tour-high 3 television appearances this year. No one has won more than 1 title, except Tommy Jones. Chris Barnes looks for a 6th career title. Does not have one, dating back to the beginning of last season, Japan Cup. Help on number 7 by his first shot of the day. As you illustrate, what a tremendous season he has had. And the numbers are spectacular, but he's not winning on TV. We'll try to figure out why.
Nice little help from his friends there. Almost leaving a stone 7.
PBA Geico Earl Anthony Classic. Last time we saw Mike DeVaney on television. He won. Much different pacing, but perfectly in the pocket. And 65th to success for Mike DeVaney, leading us to his big real matchup, Brandon.
Yeah, and the big number, obviously, is the average. 14 pins a game, higher average for Chris Barnes. And, you know, the other thing is experience. I mean, Chris Barnes coming into this show, 39 shows versus Mike DeVaney, only 5. Chris Barnes, the last 3 out of 5 weeks, like I said in the interview, 5 all day for Mike DeVaney.
For his entire career, that's been it. 5 TV appearances. He's in a pocket there. First time we've seen him on TV in 40 events. It's been a while, but he looks pretty loose.
Well, remember the last time we saw him, he beat Norm Duke after Norm Duke shot 300 in Tacoma. Mike DeVaney almost pulled 300 right after it to win his first title. He's not afraid of anyone. All he needs is a good ball reaction, and he can strike with the best of them.
And he was one of the best right here, Chris Barnes. With a 10 pin. Chris, number 3 in points behind Patrick Allen and Danny Watson. Leads the PBA in average, 227.43. He was 3rd last year. Leads the PBA in strike percentage, almost 64%. Number 1 in match play win percentage. And he's tied for 2nd in the PBA Tour, top 10 finishes with 7. He's tied with Danny Wiseman. I mean, this guy is having a spectacular year. But that's all to show for it yet.
Didn't catch enough.
A 238.75 average, highest average in match play, around a 64, qualified by just over Torgersen's high of our 4 finals today.
Yeah, Chris Barnes is one of the best players the tour has ever seen. And what he needs is for some good things to happen to him on television.
That's a pretty good thing right there, Randy. What, in your opinion, is going to make the difference with a great bowler like Mike? Why can't he come
just a little more
and win on television?
Well, for a while he was going through kind of some mental battles of making some bad shots in key moments. But honestly, the last couple of times out for Chris, he's bowled phenomenal. He's bowled great games, and his opponents have just bowled better. In a 1-game match on television, anything can happen, and things just haven't gone his way.
DeVaney, it's going to take you to start. Has it. Blitzes the left. What a start from Mike DeVaney. With a 224.45 average, as he acknowledged to us last night, Randy, by far the lowest average, as he asked for a re-rack of the 4 finals on the show. But the big message to us from Mike was, hey, I've got nothing to lose here. I'm bowling perhaps the best bowler in the world in Chris Barnes, one of the hottest, along with Patrick Allen. I'm going to go out and just play my game.
It's a pretty good attitude to have. That'll keep your swing nice and loose. And keep in mind that he's very lucky just to be on the show today. Ryan Schaefer needed a mark in the 10th frame of Game 7 in the round of 8, and he split to let Mike DeVaney in.
Kind of 4-6-7 split. That did it, Ryan Schaefer. What a start. Mike DeVaney looking good.
Watch this, a little drift to the left. We'll talk about it a little bit more in our Dexter. You see the rotation, the side roll, getting the ball to feed right, and then once it goes right, it returns back perfectly to the 1-3 pocket.
Bowling the way he predicted he would last night with us. Front 4 for DeVaney, now back to Barnes. Strike here is down 20. Wanted that to wheel in. He has the 2-pin up, avoided double wiggle, 2-8. He's called for to the back into the pocket, Randy.
Chris had a little strategy coming into today. He thought that he may be the only right-hander to be playing the lanes a little bit straighter and a little bit further to the right. Right now, struggling on the right lane.
Well, it's amazing, folks, to think that once again, Chris Barnes may be running the buzzsaw. Mike DeVaney has not been on a TV show since January, the very beginning of 2003. 40 events. Look at the start from DeVaney. The opponents have been phenomenal against Chris Barnes, as you talked about. Last one was Parker Bowman III in El Paso, January 16th, just 2 weeks back. He lost 279, 258. And Chris rolls a 258 and loses.
Right, which means he struck every shot but twice.
Is it happening again to Chris Barnes? Seems incredible. As we illustrated his unbelievable stats this year without a tour victory. His goal, as we see the tour exemptions down below. First several bowlers have won majors, including Tom Baker, the world's last year. Tommy Luke's unable to compete this year because of injury. And the rest are winners this year.
Sweep.
They're exempt status
Left lane
gives us
sweep
for
is not
next
down.
season. Chris Barnes
Left
goals
lane
to
sweep,
be
isn't it? Cycling. There you go.
top 4 in points. We saw the World Championship winner Tom Baker there a moment ago. That's what Chris Barnes wants to do. It's the round of Super 16, top 4 in points. That's his goal at the end of this season. Mike DeVaney's goal, get off the TOC bubble and win a tournament and get exempt himself. Chris Barnes pretty much has it locked up at his points. Great look at the approach of DeVaney. Oh, Brian, there's a split.
That'll let Chris Barnes right back into this match. If he fails to convert to 2-4-10, you can see the spot down the lane. It gets right of it, and when it gets right, that target's on the 10th board on both sides, left and right. And whether you're left-handed or right-handed, you get on the wrong side of that spot, there's a lot of oil out there, and the ball's not going to make it back.
Looks like a skills challenge shot here, partner.
Yes! Nicely done.
Beautiful shot from Mike DeVaney of Escondido, California, just north of San Diego. Tonight coverage of Winter X Games 9 continuing. The men take their turn at the snowboard super pipe as well as the Moto X Best Trick Finals. Live coverage from beautiful Aspen, Colorado comes your way beginning at 9 Eastern, 6 only. West Coast on ESPN. More info log on ESPN.com. Big shot to DeVaney. Some momentum after he picked up the tough split. We'll have the conclusion of this exciting semifinal next from Bama. Alabama, you must determine one thing. Auburn or Alabama? We're 2 hours from the Auburn campus, an hour from Tuscaloosa with Crimson Tide. There's football. There's DeVaney and Barnes in the semifinal. Sometimes living the straight and narrow is not the answer on the PBA Tour. Rennie explains in this week's Dexter Report.
Two similar approaches right here. I'm going to show you. Watch this. Mike DeVaney starting around the 15th board, and you're going to watch this big drift to the left. That's right. He's going this way. He's going to end up sliding around the 28th board. Torgersen actually starting on the 8th board. And watch this. Man, is he forever going to go this way? Guess what? He slides in the same spot as Mike DeVaney. The reason why, guys, is simple. Both players love to play inside, and they have to feed the ball to the right. The further left you walk, the easier it is to throw the ball to the right. Now, once you've thrown it to the right, you got to get it to come back. They do that with side rotation.
Great look at that. Behind the approach with Mike DeVaney. The drift and release. Barnes works on a spare. Told us last night he feels a little more relaxed on TV. Had been so tense early in his career. Used to, in his words, freak out. Any little thing would bother him the day of a show. Touch high. And 6-10 up for Chris Barnes.
Right by it.
Now he's confused now. He's not really sure why his ball's doing what it's doing. Remember, in a one-game match, normally it comes down to the player with the best ball reaction. Right now, that's advantage Mike DeVaney.
Chris trying to really emphasize to himself as he picks up a 6-10 spare that the overall tournament is a marathon. You've got the 2 7-game qualifying rocks in the round of 64 and then best of 7 matches to get to the show. But once you're on TV, speaking of college football, it's a 40-yard dash sprint.
And he's not been getting out of the blocks well on television, as you can see by his 0-7 last 7 matches on TV.
Not that one.
And that is a really bad game.
Stay lucky, okay?
Believe it. 7-10.
That's when you know your ball's just not facing the pocket the right way.
It's all going to even out someday.
You know what? It will all even out. You know, Chris Barnes is going to run into a streak
92
where
shows, but it'll even out.
Every time he makes television, he's going to win. It's just not happening for him right now.
Hasn't been done very often, as you saw. This 3 times the last time by Jeff Straylick in '91 in Tucson, Arizona. This takes care of the 10-pin lead to 7 up an open frame, and look at the lead expand for Mike DeVaney. 43 pins. Chance for a 53-pin advantage as he works on a strike.
This is where your swing starts to get really loose.
It's about curtains for Chris Barnes.
That's better.
Can you believe it? Doing 2 balls.
Yeah, that one's throw it halfway decent.
Goodness. Wow. Back-to-back 7-10s, and you look at Mike DeVaney holding the arm. He's got some tendonitis in that right throwing elbow and his tricep as well.
Just when you thought Chris Barnes was done, Mike lets him right back in.
Over the Christmas break, Mike DeVaney did not throw 1 bowling ball, resting that arm. And he says on days he's competing, takes a long, hot shower to loosen it up. Then he's got to wrap it immediately.
See the spot here? Watch this. That ball's just right of it and just a pinch light. Of course, that ball would probably strike 8 times out of 10.
Incredible. When was the last time we saw back-to-back 7-10 splits?
I don't know.
I'm not sure I have. Not on TV anyway. That really has to hurry. Another split disaster for Mike DeVaney as it's way light.
Watch this. Watch the spot down the lane. That's the 10th board. This one, 3 boards right of it, spells disaster. Remember, he's already made this once.
Today. Wow. Tough splits to face for our semifinalist here. Interesting match. Doesn't get the 10. Back-to-back opens. What was once a huge lead is now within range for Barnes heading to the 8th frame. He's down 20. Unbelievable.
Man. All right, Chris Barnes now. Ball change. He's moved left on the approach. Let's see if it works for him.
change.
1-2-8 says good change. He thought that was the right ball change and the correct move, looking for the better ball reaction.
Wow.
Didn't get it.
Well, and believe it or not, he's still not out of it. If he converts here and strikes out, he'll shoot 204. No strikes on the right lane. He'll finish on that lane. He better figure out something in a hurry.
Does come to double wood. Sarcastic reacting good for himself there.
Let's throw one here and make this interesting.
Strike here, he strikes out in the 10th. He shoots 204. Mike DeVaney strikes, spares, 9th and 10th. He'll shoot 204.
Much better. A big strike there for Barnes in a game where both have struggled mightily. He still has a chance.
See, and there's the difference. Remember the last time on the left lane with the other ball, he pockets 7-10s. This ball hits right around the same spot. Caves all 10 in.
Wonder how that elbow and tricep are feeling right now for Mike DeVaney. Is it weighing on his mind, or is he focused? He's playing hurt, folks.
Now, the last two shots been right at the spot. Spelled disaster. See that right over the dark strip on the 10th board at about 45 feet.
A strike and 6 pins will put the match away for DeVaney and send him to the final to take on Patrick Allen.
If he doesn't strike on this ball, we have the possibility of a tie.
And a roll-off. There's one. Has that strike. Now this needs a 6.
And they always double.
Did you hear his comment when he struck? That's dinner.
And Chris Barnes in the background, none too pleased about that. Realizing full well things are just about over for him again on TV. It'll be 8 straight TV losses for Chris Barnes. He has just been fantastic to get to the show, but once he's on TV, can't get it done. He gets 9 pins, so he is a winner.
Back ends aren't tight, are they?
Yeah.
Mike DeVaney has wrapped this one up. Mike DeVaney will take on Patrick Allen. The hottest bowler on tour takes on DeVaney when we return to Birmingham, Alabama. Mike DeVaney defeats Chris Barnes in the semifinal. He'll take on Patrick Allen coming up. Special thanks to David Koshak, Goldie Paynes. Beautiful center here in Birmingham, just opened last March, 10 months, and it has been a spectacular host for all the bowlers in our ESPN crew. Tonight, coverage of Winter X Games 9. Check out our on the road upcoming events. Norcross, Georgia, outside Atlanta. Remember, that's a 2 o'clock start on ESPN, and the Brunswick Zone Norcross site for a Pro-Am. You can get tickets at PBA.com. And also Fairlawn, Ohio. That's all coming up. 3 Pro-Am sites there. When the PBA Tour heads to Atlanta next week, the ESPN Zone will be hosting an event for bowling fans on Tuesday, February 1st. 10 fans who qualified highest in 2 preliminary rounds will get to bowl with the PBA pros, Robert Smith, Lonnie Walchek, and Tony Reyes. The 2 highest scoring fans will win spots in the PBA Pro-Am Saturday, February 5th. We're set for our championship match. Patrick Allen, Mike DeVaney, first ever meeting head-to-head on TV for either. Allen looks for back-to-back PBA Tour titles. Randy, Geico Direct Championship recap.
Thanks, Dave. Earlier in match number 1, it was Patrick Allen defeating Torgersen by the score of 221-189. PA started quickly and never looked back. Then in match number 2, it was Mike DeVaney defeating Chris Barnes by the score of 213-183. Both players leaving pocket 7-10s. DeVaney still prevails.
Patrick Allen become the first left-hander since '97. Patrick was on the road, Parker Bowman third back then. Won back-to-back titles as a southpaw. DeVaney has other ideas, and Randy, a ball change for him.
Well, the keys to victory today are who's going to make the right adjustments. And early on, Mike DeVaney just made one with a ball change.
Aim pretty, but at this stage, it don't matter.
I took it. I took it.
Hurry up, ball.
Yeah.
Get in that pocket. Well, Chris Barnes had a ball change in the semifinal with DeVaney. Didn't work out well. We'll see if Mike's switch
That didn't count.
is beneficial.
10-4.
Time off for Patrick after winning the first semifinal. See how focused he is. Have the stuff to become a player of the year. This is the match to prove it. Good stuff.
New three-wheel matchup for our title match. 10 pins a game, higher average for PA, and that all-important momentum. Remember last week's winner in Dallas, looking to become the first back-to-back winner on the PBA Tour since Walter Ray Williams Jr. in 2000.
That year, Walter Ray won the track Canandaigua Open in upstate New York and the Johnny Petraglia Open in New Jersey. Been a while. 58 times, that's it. Back-to-back winners on tour in history.
I've done it.
Including you, Randy.
Let me tell you, it's not easy. I did that way back in '87 when I won the national championship. I followed it up with a win the very next week in D.C. at Fairlanes Open.
Second pin for PA.
Good pitch.
With the exempt status being an issue, Randy, a lot of the guys, after they win, they relieve that they're exempt for the next year. Maybe don't show up the next show and are as focused as they need to be. Not the case with Patrick Allen.
Yeah, when you think of that, you think of Walter Ray Williams Jr. first. I mean, you know, he goes out and tries to win week in, week out. Same with Chris Barnes. You can throw Patrick Allen in that same mix.
It's been a 7-pin. We got a long string starting with Walter Ray in Cleveland and St. Louis on back-to-back shows. Rick Lawrence, Norm Butte, Mike Machuga. The last event of the first half of the year, and then Mesa, Arizona to begin our second swing. Parker Bone the third, Robert Smith, and now PA Patrick Allen back-to-back shows. No one has made 3 straight shows this year. Maybe next week. We're going to Norcross, Georgia outside Atlanta. That's a light shot from DeVaney. And a double with 2-8.
Now, you see that ball really labor down the lane, especially in the back part of the lane. Watch this. It gets to the spot, looks pretty good. It just keeps going another extra foot or two.
Back into a round of 64. Carmen Salvino, legendary Hall of Famer. Such a great spokesman for our tour. 64th and last, but did he ever enjoy the experience? We talked to him the other night, and he was thrilled to be competing again. He said, you know what, guys, don't have enough of these days, the showmanship. Told me some great stories of his days in the 60s when he fled to the crowd, in addition to being a champion. That's a high shot and a split for DeVaney.
I had the pleasure of winning a tournament with Carmen Salvino in 1988. We won the Touring Players Senior Doubles in Cheektowaga, New York, just outside of Buffalo. He's a great guy. Man, I can tell you what, we had a blast winning that. Right now, Mike DeVaney not having a whole lot of fun, though, as he leaves a pocket 4-9 on the left lane, and I'm not so sure about this ball change he made.
What do you say, huh? What do you say, kid?
Gets it! Beautifully done with the split conversion.
Pretty much perfect here. Get the ball over to the left side of the 4 and slide it into the 9.
Not often we see that leave on PBA Tour televised events, and even more rare to convert. Back to the lane left, not show. Perfect shot.
Come on,
Patrick Allen.
Come on, Boomer.
Maybe Patrick becomes the first bowler to make 3 shows in a row. Next week, we're in Atlanta, PBA Atlanta Classic, just outside that great city. Our coverage starts at 2 o'clock Eastern. Note the start time, folks. And after that, we're at 12:30 Eastern. But next week, a special time, 11 on the West Coast. For more, log on to ESPN.com. PBA live coverage here on ESPN. Patrick having a brilliant season. We talked about his great stats. I said to us last night, I'm glad to be tops in points, but after week 19, after the World Championships, that's when it really matters. Not now. 10 pin as humble.
God, you threw that bad.
And down to earth as they come right now, despite the success.
Yeah, he didn't throw that very good either, and he got it left to that spot down the lane, and that's the one thing you just want to watch for. When he's on top of that spot down the lane, it's usually dead flush perfect. Just not quite getting up to the 1-2 pocket. He goes to a spare ball that's made out of plastic and can throw it cross lane straight and hard. No hook.
Check in. Patrick Allen bids for his 4th career title. Mike DeVaney goes for his 2nd one in return. 2-pin lead, narrow advantage for Patrick Allen, the left-hander from Tarrytown, New York, just north of the Big Apple. Goes for back-to-back titles and 4th of his career. Mike DeVaney has not been on TV since January of 03. He wanted to come to Washington. He's just 3-3 all time on TV. Ball change again.
And another ball change. Dave. Good call.
Hold it.
It holds all right.
Good shot.
Rock and roll shot of the day. There's a couple of them. Watch this. Talk about staying alive. Mike DeVaney, there's one to 2-4-10. And here's the 4-9 conversion.
Reno Tire rock and roll. 50% split conversion rate. That's outstanding. He's pulled off some beauties. 4-9 was impressive.
Watch the back end reaction right here.
Roll up.
Oh, 10 pin.
Yeah. What a great shot. Remember when he went to that other ball to start the match, Dave, I said it looked like it was laboring down the lane. Watch how hard this ball comes off the spot and goes sideways in the back part of the lane. I think that is the right choice.
Mike DeVaney in the past, Randy, has been only one style of player. There's a spare ball, takes care of the 10. He's been a power player. He told us last night that he would live and die by that sword. But as we see today, he's a little bit more versatile and can adjust to the changing conditions.
Yeah, and I think because of the changes he's made, he's become more versatile. He's thinking better, too.
Next week, the PBA's top bowlers back on ESPN. Special time for the Atlanta Classic. Don't forget, 2 Eastern, 11 on the West Coast. Then we're to 12:30 time for several weeks leading up to the end of our season this year. Back-to-back majors, the World Championship and the Dexter Tournament of Champions in Connecticut. Finish our season in 8. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Also, next week, 2 Eastern.
Shot.
Left it off his hand. But the 7 remains.
Excuse me, Dave. Now it's coming a carry contest. Both guys are now getting to the pocket. Beautiful release, beautiful balance, head down. You see PA start swinging his arm after he releases it. You know he likes it. Problem is now the guys can't get the corners out.
Takes care of number 7. Patrick telling us last night.
Come on.
He feels fortunate
So good.
being back-to-back shows here. Thanks. Danny Wiseman, Bobby Smith, Parker Bowman III are the hottest bowlers on tour. He doesn't want to even be mentioned in that category. Maybe he's afraid of a little jinx, but does not like the limelight on himself at all. He likes to sneak in under the radar.
Pretty humble guy, considering all the success that he's been having. And actually, you know what? I like that. I think that's a good trait to have.
All 10 down the pitch for Patrick Allen. And gets the crowd going a bit. A sit for a final as these two grind it out. Overflow crowd here in Birmingham. They were lined up ran it this morning at 8:30 Central for an 11:30 start to get the prime seats. Great crowd, this beautiful new facility.
Oh boy. Play there.
Number 10, and down she goes.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, the right ball change. This ball is left of target. First thing out of Mike DeVaney's mouth is, oh no, he thinks it's going to go high. It lays there. He gets the love tap on the 10. Only trails by 1 pin.
Buckle up, everyone. This is going to be a great finish. Chance for a double here, 7th frame. 9-pin lead for Mike DeVaney. His mom, Mona, dad, Ed, watching back home, along with his girlfriend, Carrie, just north of San Diego, California. Great shot. As you see, about his 3 other finishers in match play here.
I got one, right? So I got 1 or 2? I've taken 2?
Out of re-racks, we're only allowed 2 per game on the PBA Tour. Whether it's qualifying,
That's a good one right there. That's a good one.
match play, or the TV show. What he's saying right now is he doesn't like the configurations of the way the pins are set up. But as bad as his carry's been, maybe this will help.
Works on a strike. 7th frame. Strike here is up by 1.
Game on, Dave. Game on.
This is going to be a thriller. Double for Patrick in the 6th and 7th.
Check this out. Right over the spot. Drills the 1-2. Carries the late 7.
Shot here, come on.
Can take an 11-pin lead with a strike here in the 8th frame. Championship match. And he's looking for back-to-back wins.
He's got it. Turkey ball. At the right time for Patrick Allen.
This is going to get the switch zone. Just a little bit left of the spot. Carries the nice Squally. He knows it. That's 3 in a row. Pressure back on DeVaney. Gets right up out of his seat and goes right back to work.
Mike was not watching. Look at the max numbers. Strike here is down by 1. Tap in. Will not get help with a scout across the deck. And again goes to that arm wrap. I told you about the severe elbow and tricep issues. Tendonitis in the elbow. A lot of pain.
That tendonitis can run all the way down from your elbow to your ring finger. It's very painful. I've had cortisone injections in both elbows.
I tried to show you the bowlers have to endure quite a bit of pain.
Yeah, for people that think the bowlers aren't athletes, well, that's ludicrous. I mean, you come out and try to bowl 44 games in 3 days, somehow you feel
Put a man on the moon, but we can't get 10 pins on the spot on the PBA Tour.
Down 12. Foundation frame time for DeVaney. Works on a spare. Critical shot. All 10 down.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. This is a big-time shot here. He needs this to set up the foundation, or the foundation frame to set up the 10th. He can now strike out the 10th and shoot 227. Patrick Allen only going at a 219 pace right now. But Patrick Allen is in the driver's seat. Strike here will put him in the 220s. Strike in the 10th frame will put him in the 230s.
This for a 22-pin lead. And a four-bagger. 7-pin. Things get interesting.
Boy, do they. Here's the situation. We're going to give him the spare. He's going to be going at a 218 pace. He can strike out in the 10th frame to shoot 228, the best Mike DeVaney can shoot. is 227. Wow.
Don't go away, folks. Quite a finish to come.
Look out. Wow.
Here the crowd's reaction. Randy Barry made it.
Yeah, that's close. Oh, hey, shake it off. Let's go. You got your spare. Job at hand is simple. 3 in the 10th. You're going to win your second championship in 2 weeks.
Sorry.
Needs 3 strikes to shut him out, and he struck 5 out of 10 shots on the left lane today.
One down, 2 to go. For back-to-back titles for the New Yorker.
Talk to me, CJ. Talk to me.
Needs to. Off the mark, just 7 down.
Not good, bro. Not good
Drama
shots.
escalates again.
Not good.
Well, misses the spot down the lane. We've talked about it all day. Here's the situation. He needs to cover this spare, and I'll tell you why. If he doesn't, if he only gets 1, DeVaney can get up and go strike, and 9 spare win.
6-9-10 does cover.
All right, now what that does is it forces Mike DeVaney to throw 2 in the 10th and get 2 pins. Anything less, that's Cal's win. DeVaney, 2 and 2. And what has Mike DeVaney done on the right lane? 5 of 9.
This moment defines pressure.
Lay there.
Teetering number 10, down it goes.
And took very little time. He put his hand in the ball and just went and threw a great shot. 1 more of these, and all he has to do is keep it on the lane.
All you junior bowlers out there, this is what
Stay
you dream of.
behind the foul line.
It ain't all it's cracked up to be.
No doubt, Mike, this is a huge moment.
Check time.
So many young bowlers across the country watching this right now. All in his hands.
Stay there. Stay there. Carry it.
Tap in.
Wow. What a great shot. Patrick Allen wins sitting on the bench.
Incredible. Back-to-back titles for Allen. It's the first time since 2000 Walter Ray Williams Jr. did it. And the 59th time ever on a PBA tour.
Great match. Great match. Congratulations.
Patrick Allen has won titles back-to-back weeks. Mike DeVaney has that stroke and sends it 10 pin. Misses by a fraction. And that means PA has his 4th career title. He can't believe it.
Unbelievable.
218 to 216 over Mike DeVaney. Patrick Allen, his 4th career title here in Birmingham. Be sure to join us next Sunday at 2 Eastern, 11 on the West Coast. We are coming to you from Atlanta. It's been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on ESPN.com. Clean and title crew, my partner, Anna Peterson, Dave Ryan saying so long. Now let's go to winner X Games 9.